Imagine a single robot that can replace an entire warehouse. It sounds like science fiction, but it's not. I've been exploring the world of warehouse robots, and what I've found is mind-boggling. These machines are revolutionizing logistics, and it's changing the game for companies around the world. As I dug deeper, I realized that automation is no longer just about replacing human labor, it's about making the entire process more efficient. Warehouse robots can work around the clock, they won't get tired, and they won't make mistakes. It's like having a team of superhumans working for you, but without the need for coffee breaks or salary increases. But what really caught my attention was the level of sophistication these robots have reached. They can navigate through aisles, pick up items, and pack them with precision. It's like watching a highly skilled dancer, except instead of music, they're choreographed to the rhythm of supply and demand. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Warehouses are essentially giant puzzles, with pieces constantly moving in and out. Warehouse robots are the ultimate puzzle solvers, using algorithms and sensors to optimize the flow of goods. It's like having a master chess player, always thinking several moves ahead. As I learned more about these robots, I started to wonder about the impact on future jobs. Will we see a wave of unemployment, or will new roles emerge that we can't even imagine yet? It's a question that keeps me up at night, and one that I think we should all be considering. In many ways, warehouse robots are like the self-checkout machines at your local supermarket. They're designed to make the process faster and more efficient, but they also raise questions about the role of human workers. And just as we've seen with self-checkout machines, there are both benefits and drawbacks to automation. One of the benefits is that warehouse robots can free up human workers to focus on more complex tasks. It's like having a highly skilled assistant, taking care of the mundane tasks so you can focus on the creative work. But at the same time, there's a risk that we'll see jobs disappear, and that's a prospect that's both exciting and terrifying. As I reflect on my own experiences, I have to admit that I'm both fascinated and a little intimidated by the prospect of robots taking over warehouses. It's a reminder that the world is changing fast, and we need to be adaptable to keep up. But it's also an opportunity to reimagine what work looks like, and to create new roles that are more fulfilling and creative. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. The rise of warehouse robots is just one part of a larger trend towards automation in logistics. It's a shift that's being driven by advances in technology, and it's changing the way companies approach supply chain management. And as we look to the future, it's clear that warehouse robots will play a major role in shaping the logistics industry. They'll help companies to respond more quickly to changes in demand, and to improve the overall efficiency of their operations. It's like having a superpower, and it's one that will give companies a major competitive advantage. But as we rush to embrace this new technology, we need to make sure we're not leaving anyone behind. We need to think about the workers who will be displaced, and to create new opportunities for them to develop new skills. It's a challenge that requires a thoughtful and nuanced approach, and one that we should all be invested in. As I think about the potential impact of warehouse robots, I'm reminded of the story of the automobile industry. When cars first emerged, they revolutionized the way people lived and worked, but they also put a lot of horse-drawn carriage drivers out of business. It's a cautionary tale, and one that we should keep in mind as we move forward with automation. In the end, the question is not whether warehouse robots will replace human workers, but how we'll work together with them to create a more efficient and productive system. It's a question that requires a lot of thought and consideration, and one that I think we're all still grappling with. As we look to the future, we need to think about what kind of jobs will emerge in a world where robots are doing more of the heavy lifting. Will we see a rise in jobs that focus on creativity and problem solving, or will we find new ways to work alongside machines? And as I sit here, thinking about the possibilities, I'm struck by the sheer pace of change. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose, and it's hard to keep up. But it's also exhilarating, because we're on the cusp of something truly revolutionary. So, what do you think? Will warehouse robots be the key to unlocking a more efficient and productive future, or will they usher in a new era of unemployment? That's a question for all of us to ponder, and one that I'd love to hear your thoughts on. As you consider the implications, I hope you'll join me on this journey to explore the latest developments in AI and technology, and to think about what they mean for our lives and our world. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest news and trends, be sure to subscribe.